What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol CRM for Salesforce.com. Of course, on the left-hand side, we're looking at the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First thing I need to make your attention to is that these guys did give us an earnings announcement after the bell, so let's go ahead and flip on the extended hours session and see what's going on with the number. So right off the bat, you can see some volatility here hitting the name with what looks like we will be in a gap up opening, right? So let's, for the sake of today's video, we'll assume we're opening here around 267, the whole dollar, and the overnight high will remain way up here around 271. Nice whole dollar as well. So we'll clean up this chart, get rid of the extended hour session for now, and talk about our gap rules, of course, from the daily perspective. So as always, we have some rules to sort of employ. If we open here, let's first talk about the gap and trap scenario, meaning that we gap higher, then we fade to fill the gap underneath. So opening here, failure to take out the overnight high, take the short back down through the open, in which case you're looking to target the gap fill zone down towards 261.92. Just call it 262 the whole dollar, right? That would be sort of the first inclination on a gap up. The next one, of course, is the gap and go, in which case we open here, we consolidate in this range, maybe we test the overnight high a number of times, we continually form higher lows, boom, you take the breakout up and over 271, we'll call it for round numbers sake. Remember, a lot can happen between now and 9:30. This is just a framework. These numbers are subject to change, but that would be the breakout play for a move higher, in which case we're just looking for obvious areas of support and resistance that are overhead from the daily perspective. So scrunching up the chart, you can see that we're actually opening kind of in a resistance zone. If you look at a number of these upper wicks, sort of a zone of resistance up here. So that immediately would have me favoring the gap fill opportunity a little bit more than the gap and go, meaning run higher. But if we do get that, the next major resistance you can see is up here around 284.13, 285 the whole dollar. If you like nice round numbers, I'm going to grab some more time just to make sure that we're not missing anything here. Yep, that is the true all-time high here. So keep that in mind as an upside target if the gap and go scenario does pan out. To the downside, what are we noticing if we fill underneath the gap, if we start to see more acceptance lower? Clearly, from the 30-minute perspective, there is a shelf of support here at 259 the whole dollar. After that, I'm noticing this area here at 256.65, and that would kind of cap off my downside expectation, especially assuming, if we're opening here, maybe there's an initial drive. Like, that's a pretty decent, average true range to trade on something like CRM. Underneath, I would pick out the next daily support, which would be prior resistance here around 253 the whole dollar. That'll cap off my thoughts here on CRM. It's all going to depend on if we get the gap and trap or the gap and go at 9:30 tomorrow morning. If you enjoyed today's video or learned anything new, let me know down below in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.